How you doing, folks? Good morning. I smell a rat. In 1974, there were discussions involving ozone, Cfc's, and the depletion of the ozone layer. That was in 1974. That was the same time we were getting warnings about too much ground level ozone. So after 1974, the CFCs were banned, and today we're suffering from ozone exposure. I think I smell a rat, ladies and gentlemen. You're supposed to think ozone is good for you. Meanwhile, in 1974, we were getting ozone warnings on the news, and then they banned CFCs, which depleted ozone. I smell a rat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not convinced that ozone is good for you. I'm convinced of the exact opposite, that ozone is bad for you. The authorities know it, and you're being exterminated using ground level ozone today. This is unbelievable what's going on with the ozone. It's disgusting. It's like telling somebody to cross the road without going to the crosswalk. You get hit by a car. You get hit by the ozone bus. Do you believe that, though? In 1974, they were discussing on the news and in the UN and whoever else was involved, they were discussing ozone depletion because of CFCs. Meanwhile, on the news, I watched myself in 1972, there were warnings about too much ground level ozone. In other words, the CFCs that were being released into the atmosphere were killing the ozone down here. Since CFCs have been banned, we've had nothing but problems with ozone, ground level ozone, not the stuff that's supposed to be way up there. There is no ozone way up there. It's the same as it is down here. Except down here we have twice as much. 10 times as much in some cases. You just have to search Macedonia, ozone, Wuhan, ozone, Spain, ozone, Newmarket, Ontario, ozone. Just search them. You'll find yourself that we have too much ozone. Somebody's lying about ozone. And I'm sure it's the elites themselves. This project was dear to them. No one was supposed to find out. And I found out. I think it's time we hauled these cocksuckers into court and asked them what the fuck they think they were doing. Yeah, it's time to sue, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to throw off all this doubt. We know now that ozone, the information regarding ozone has been suppressed. There is no hole in the ozone layer, and if there is, it's not a problem. It's all bullshit. Everything you've heard about ozone since 1903 is bullshit. This was a psyop. You're supposed to love ozone, remember? Why are we getting warnings on the news? Why are the people from the EU crying out loud that ozone is killing them? Why are the people from Macedonia crying out loud, screaming and yelling that ozone is killing them? Don't you think we have too much? Don't you think it's a bit of a problem? Don't you think that 8.2 million people dying every year as a direct consequence of ozone exposure is a bit much? Don't you think that's troubling? Doesn't that bother you? We've been lied to about ozone. Ozone is a killing machine. That's what it's for. That's what it's being used as. That's how it's being utilized today. They're calling this ozone exposure, they're calling silent corona and COVID. This is a scandal bar none. This is the biggest deal on the planet today. If you don't discuss ozone, you won't be around long enough to discuss it after that. If you don't discuss ozone, you're going to be exterminated using ozone. The best weapon known to exist on the planet today, according to the Russians. And you know, the big bad Russians, right? They've got their own weapons. They know exactly what they're talking about. They don't deny that they, well, you can see that there's not a lot of bullshit coming out of Russia. It's all straightforward. Ozone is a problem. The Russians know. Actually, the Russians consider ozone the best weapon known to exist today. Again, in 1972, I was exposed to ozone living close to the nuclear plant. And to my amazement, they started broadcasting warnings on the news. This is in 1972. When I'm 10 years old and I'm trying to figure this out, right? I can't breathe, number one. Number two, I start watching the news at 6:30 during the same period, and all of a sudden I see warning, ozone, on the news. Warning, ozone, don't go outside. Women with children and strollers, be careful. People who are exercising or jogging outdoors, be careful. It said that every day. Ozone, caution, ozone, caution. Ozone kills people, ladies and gentlemen. That's why there were cautions on the news. 2 years later, our glorious leaders got together and decided that they were going to ban Cfc'S. Why? Because Cfc'S destroyed their project. Their project was the annihilation of the human population on the planet using ozone, and Cfc'S destroyed their plan. It's time to purchase Cfc'S and blow them into the air anywhere you get a chance. Because wherever Cfc'S are, ozone isn't. That's a good thing. I'm sick to my stomach from what I'm just finding out now today. And yesterday. I found out yesterday, actually. Yeah, we're being sickened with ozone. If you don't get it straight, ladies and gentlemen, your epitaph will read, maybe they just didn't know. That's all your epitaph's going to say. Maybe they just didn't know. Or maybe they went out jogging on the wrong day. Or maybe they walked their kids down the sidewalk in a stroller on the wrong day when ozone was strong. Killed their fucking children. Ozone kills 8.2 million people a year. At least. That's a conservative estimate. That's the estimate we're getting online, which can be doubled relatively easy, as most people know. This is serious shit, man. I'm getting a little worried, to be honest with you. This project is so big. This is bigger than World War II. We're killing 8 million people a year, man. Are you getting the picture, ladies and gentlemen? This is bigger than World War II. This is bigger than World War I. This is bigger than any war we've had yet. And nobody's even talking about ozone. They actually think most people